Hey, I know, it's been so long. So now we're going to talk about the coefficient of variation. I didn't spend too much time in class talking about this because it's a weird sort of a test where you're really looking at the reliability of one individual. So for all previous tests, we've really been looking at, two different groups of people, and now we're looking at just one person. This is basically showing the variation in that person's performance, right? How reliable are they to hit their mean during a long jump or during a high jump? So athletes do this all the time to sort of compare their variability, and it really kind of corresponds to what their niche is, right? So like what they are really, really good at. What they're good at is going to be the coefficient of variation that's low, right? Because basically what that means is that you usually hit your target. When you vary from your target, when you're off from your target, it's rare. It only happens, for example, in the long jump, 1.5% of the time. High jump, not so much, right? In the high jump, you have a coefficient of variation of 4%, right? Which is saying that 4% of the time you're not making it near your mean, right? And sometimes that could be positive and sometimes that could be negative, right? But basically, the reliability that you are going to hit your target essentially every time is expressed through the coefficient of variation. There's a very simple calculation for coefficient of variation that you don't need to know. The only reason why you would be sort of checking this out is to see that it's a ratio between the standard deviation and the mean, right? So it's sort of looking at like, okay, how are these two things related in a percent? So I can see, how far generally this athlete will be from the mark on performing different tasks. So this was a brief one. You're lucky because the other ones are really long.